I remember a time when I didn't understand this concept, so I don't blame people who also don't understand this concept. But in order for you to create that change, that real change that you're looking for, certain things about you are going to have to change. In order to make this new life or this new venture, whatever it is that you're trying to make happen, in order for it to work, certain things about your old life and the old you are going to have to change. You're going to have to sacrifice some old habits, some old friends, some old ways, whatever it is. Some things that you're going to have to let go of to make room for the new. You can't hold on to all of your old habits, all of your old ways, all of your old friends, you can't just hold on to the entire old life and still expect to make room for this new one. It's just not going to work. And that was something that I struggled with for the longest time, is understanding why mentally I want things to change, but why I'm not seeing the change. And it's because I wasn't making room for the change. I wasn't allowing enough space for change to happen. You know what I'm saying? I was my old life, my old ways, my old mentalities took up all the room. So there was no room for change. There was no room for growth. There was no room for me to get off of the trajectory that I was on. So I had to realize that there was things that had to be let go of. There's things that had to be sacrificed. There were things that I had to stop doing, stop saying. There was ways that I had to stop thinking to make room for the new. So if you've been trying to change and it hasn't been working, that's because you're not willing to let go of some of your old ways. There are things that you just haven't been willing to sacrifice. But in order for real change to happen, you have to let go of the old to make room for the new. You got to understand, your old life has been your old life for years. That's a lot of life that you're trying to now change. And if you don't give up certain things, you don't have room for change. You've built a lot of, and I don't know, you might have built a lot of bad habits over these years. Like myself, I built a lot of bad habits. All of my bad habits, with all of my bad habits together, I didn't have room for any new habits. I didn't have any room for any healthier or better habits. So there was nowhere for me to make change without sacrificing some of my old ways. So I say all of that to say, if you're really ready for change, then you have to be ready to sacrifice your old self, old friends, old hangouts, whatever it is. You got to be willing to let those things go to make room for the new, because until you do that, then there's no room for the new. So please, 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 if you're really serious about making those changes, especially if they're changes for the better, then you got to start sacrificing and making room for that change.